Let's start the trajectory of projectile path. That means we need to derive the relation or equation. How does the projectile is moving in parabolic path? So देखिए यहाँ पर, let's suppose this is the projectile path. Initial velocity was u, and it has a two component. One is called horizontal component. U cos theta, theta is the projection angle or projectile angle. So this is the ux. Ux is equals to u cos theta, and one is its y component. So this one is uy. Uy is u sin theta. This is the initial vertical component. Initial vertical component will take the projectile in the upward motion, or it will take it will be responsible for the upward motion, while the horizontal component of the initial velocity will be responsible for its horizontal motion. That means it will take the projectile in the horizontal direction, and hence the path will be like this. This is called parabolic path, right? So, and at a particular height, as it will be moving upward, the gravity will be continuously pulling it into the downward direction. That's why the motion of or speed of the projectile will be continuously decreasing. One time will come, that time the final velocity of vertical direction will become zero. It means the component of the final velocity of vertical direction will become zero. That point is called the maximum height point. That means the distance from ground or displacement from ground in vertical direction will be the maximum this time, and this is known as H maximum. So this is H maximum, H max. This is what is aimed to find afterwards, and till whatever time it will be in the air, or that means it will be in the flight, is called the time of flight. It means once thrown and just before to hit the ground, whatever time it will take, that is called the projectile, time of flight, represented by capital T. And this horizontal distance during this time of flight, that means the maximum horizontal displacement, covered by the projectile is called horizontal range, represented by capital R, right? Let's suppose now find the trajectory of projectile path equation. Let at any time t the projectile has come at some point p, where the velocity, its final velocity has become v at this point p, and let's suppose we have taken its two component. One is horizontal component vx and another vertical component vy. So this is vy, and the coordinates of this point p is x comma y. That means the object, that means the projectile, has traveled in the x direction, x displacement. So this is x is nothing but the sx, displacement in x direction. And similarly, y coordinate means how much displacement it has, or how much distance it has traveled in y direction. So this is the y direction displacement, sy. So sy we have taken y here. Got it? That's why the coordinates of p, if it's not visible, I'll be writing here. This point p is x comma y, right? Now we have already given certain situations. What certain situation and assumptions? First, ux is equals to u cos theta remains always constant. This is the horizontal component, right? Horizontal component of initial velocity always remains constant. Always remains constant due to the assumption that there is no external forces are acting, no net force is acting in horizontal direction. That means its net acceleration in x direction is 0, right? This one we have taken. Second is uy is equals to u sine theta, right? Vertical component of initial velocity, which is responsible for vertical motion. Let at let after any time t, the projectile has reached at point P x comma y, where its velocity is v vector, let, right? By taking its two rectangular component, we get, what do we get? By taking two rectangular component, rectangular means those components which are perpendicular to each other. So by taking two components, we will be getting Vx vector, Vy vector. It means V should be written in terms of this. Here, Vx is nothing but Ux only, since we have already mentioned that x direction velocity should not change. It should be constant always. So wherever it will go, the x component should remain same. That means it should be u cos theta only. So u cos theta, since it is constant, as ax, that acceleration in x direction is 0. No acceleration or no external forces are being applied in the x direction, horizontal direction. And Vy, so Vy is, we don't know till now, so let it be, right? I'm not saying any angle, what angle it is making, so let it be. So our main concern was that we need to know that Vx should be Ux, got it? Okay, so this one is step number 1, which you need to follow. Step number 2, now to find trajectory, since the motion, this projectile is moving in two directions simultaneously. One is in horizontal direction, another is in vertical direction. Got it? So to obtain the trajectory of the projectile in terms of its equation, we need to study always such motions separately. Means what? Whenever there are two motions, means whenever there are two directions involved, then always try to study each motion's direction or each direction's motion separately, right? So let's start one by one. So in x direction means in horizontal direction, x direction. In x direction, ux is equals to u cos theta, right? Vx is also ux only, so it is also u cos theta. Ax, there is no ax, so ax should be 0. Time taken to travel the x displacement. So if the projectile has reached at point P and traveled x displacement. So we have already talked about it took the time t. It means what? Whether it will go in the y direction, whatever displacement would be traveled in the y direction, whatever displacement will be traveled in the x direction. Both displacement are done simultaneously. That means so t time would be here from origin to x displacement. So x to travel x displacement, how much time it should be? Tx should be simply t, whatever we have assumed, right? And Sx we have taken as x. So we know Sx, we know Tx, we know Ax, we know U. UAT, since it will not matter in the x direction. So by considering these facts as UAT, we know the second equation of motion, S is equals to UT plus half AT square, in which all these four data come. So let's apply the second equation of motion. So by applying second equation of motion, we get what do we get? Sx is equals to S is equals to UT, that means UXTX plus half AT square. So half AXTX square. Right? I prefer UX these type of things so that it should be pretty much clear to us that we are talking about, we are studying in x direction only. So it makes sense then. Sx is equals to x, ux is u cos theta, tx is simply t, and since ax is 0, the whole term will become 0. So we got x is equals to u cos theta into t. And by this, let me write it, equation number 1. Now by this, can we find the time in terms of x and u? Yes. So t will be is equals to x upon u cos theta, equation number 2. Now we are done with this x directions motion. Why we are done? Because in remaining equations of motion, v is equals to u plus at, v is not changing. V square is equals to u square plus 2as, again v is not changing. So it will not give you any another thing, right? Same thing will be there. So we are done with this x direction motion. Now next step is we need to study in vertical direction and y direction. So step 3, study of motion in vertical direction. You don't need to write these things. These are the concepts which I write on the book, right? So that during the revision, it should be clear to you. In the exam, you can directly do that, right? In vertical direction or in y direction. But would be more good if you will be writing these things in y direction, right? So in y direction, what we can apply? Again, first write the data. Whatever data we have, please do write them. So what data we know? Sy is equals to y, uy is equals to u sine theta, and clearly ty should be t only. Time taken in y direction from O to P, the same time t, small t, right? And ay, acceleration in y direction. Yes, there is acceleration. This is because of gravity, due to gravity. Since the initially motion is in upward direction, while the acceleration is in downward direction. So whenever such thing comes, motion and acceleration are in opposite direction, take the value of a as negative. That means here ay should be written as ay is equals to minus g. Done. So we got S U T A Y, right? And we don't know about the theta or whatever angle V is making with horizontal. So I'm not taking Vy as well here. So again, what equation we can apply here? Again, second equation of motion in which all these four data come, SUAT. So again, by applying second equation of motion, we get Sy is equals to uy ty plus half ay ty square, s is equals to ut plus half at square. Substitute the values. Y is equals to u sine theta into t minus, because it's minus g, so plus into ay value minus g, I'm directly writing minus g t square. Got it? Equation number 3. Now we need to write the equation of projectile, and we need to prove that path should be parabolic. It means what type of equation it should be? It should be a parabolic equation. Parabolic equation. And in previous class I have given you the idea that any parabola will be either represented by the equation format y square is equals to 4ax, or you can say x is equals to y square upon 4a or plus something, whatever terms would be written. And similarly x square is equals to 4ay, right? Or you can say y is equals to x square upon 4a and then any remaining terms, lower power terms of x. So whenever there is power of x even power, then the parabola would be symmetric about x-axis. It means it should be the path. So clearly this is followed by this upper path. So our equation should be like this. This kind of format we should achieve, right? We should obtain such kind of relation. Y should be there, x should be there. It means now the concept is anyhow try to relate y and x. So till now we obtained two equations, this and this, or three equations, 1 2 3. Is there any connection or anything we can do so that y can be related with this x? Yes, clearly see the value of t. T is making that chain in between through which we can relate y with x. So substitute the value of t. T is equals to what? If you will not be able to see whatever written is in the below direction, so x is equals, t is equals to x upon u cos theta. So substitute this equation 2 value into 3. So by 2 into 3 we get y is equals to, and we are done with this derivation, u sine theta into t, t is equals to x upon u cos theta minus half g, till where you can able to see, till here, right? Okay, minus half g t square, t means x upon u cos theta whole square. So y is equals to u and u gets cancelled, sin theta upon cos theta tan theta, x tan theta, x tan theta minus half gx square, or you can directly write 2, I am multiplying here, this will be u cos theta whole square, u square cos square theta, and upon 2, so 2u square cos square theta. So 2u square cos square theta means whatever type of format you want to learn. Either you can learn half gx square upon u square cos square theta, or minus gx square upon 2u square cos square theta, whatever, it's up to you, whatever you want to learn. Clearly check it. This is containing the term x square. This format we are obtaining, plus minus doesn't matter here. So y is related with x square. So what do we write? Which is the equation of a parabolic path, parabola. Hence the trajectory of projectile motion is a parabolic path. Trajectory of projectile is a parabolic path. So this is being asked in the examination, that derive or prove that the trajectory of the projectile will be a parabolic path. So you have to do it, whatever I have given is a parabolic path. Got it? So, and this formula will be used directly in your competitive examinations. Y is equals to x sin theta minus half gx square upon u square cos square theta, or y is equals to x sin theta minus gx square upon 2 u square cos square theta. So till now, how many of you understood